it comes to finding out what's new in the glass, glazing, and fenestration industry, this is the place to be. I'm Ellen Rogers, editor of US Glass Magazine, and this week we're in Las Vegas for the GlassBuild America trade show.
And I'm Drew Vass, editor of DWM Magazine. If you watched DWM's August newscast, then you already know that I recently returned as the publication's full-time editor. And I'll also be joining you for our newscasts.
And this isn't your first GlassBuild show, is it?
No, it isn't, Ellen. I've been here several times for US Glass and DWM's sister publications, so I'm excited to be back. And a lot has changed in the industry over the years, but one thing that's still the same is how busy this show can be. So let's get started.
You can't come to a glass show and not talk about the glass. Today we checked in with Guardian Glass, where we learned more about how the company is developing products for both the commercial and residential markets in response to the needs and interests of customers.
It's the first all-tempered vacuum IG to market. Basically 2 pieces of glass, soldered on the edges with a non-lead based frit technology, and then it's separated by what we call micro spacers that are stainless steel in construction. So we have 2 different products that we offer for the vacuum IG. One is the standard vacuum IG that we call, where it's just that itself, and it's 8 millimeters to 8.3 millimeters thick. We usually use 2 4-millimeter pieces of glass tempered to make that product. We then combine it with a spacer system and an outer light to turn it into, let's call it what we call a hybrid VIG, where it's a triple essentially at the size of a double.
So this is our Bird First product that we'll be launching mid-summer of next year. Currently today, what architects would have to specify for a bird-friendly design is something that's actually visible. What we have developed is a UV product. So the migratory birds typically see in the UV spectrum, humans don't. We have incorporated this into different testing that the American Bird Conservancy has been provided, and these have both passed certification. What we have now developed are 3 different patterns that are going into fall testing. Commercial launch would be in the summer of 2019, and then we would make it available for residential thereafter.
We also visited the Quanex booth, where we talked to Brian Kress about the company's new hot melt sealant, as well as ModLock, the company's folding door system that recently migrated over from Europe.
So this is a hot melt butyl product, new to the market. The Epsol 3600 is really geared toward high-speed lines. So anything that's a vertical line, we produce the product in bricks, in drums, ready for any high-speed line application there. And then it'll be robotically applied to the glass right behind the spacer. So we eliminate a lot of the issues that come with stringiness on a high-speed line of other hot melts. And then fills a nice void from a strength property-wise to some reactives that are on the market as well. So I think it's going to fill a nice void, a nice niche in the market.
Yes, a brand new introduction for a ModLock bifolding door system that we use in the UK. It's a 4-panel door that will fold and open in a sequence. So we have a locking system that housed within an aluminium structure that wraps as an exoskeleton all the way around the actual vinyl section. This limits the movement and expansion and contraction of the door, which is what you need for a vinyl product, but also it gives you a huge amount of security and strength because it puts all the structure in the right place.
We'll be right back after a quick break. Welcome back. Here at the show, Vitro is introducing its new Acuity low iron glass product and is also highlighting its new jumbo coater.
So this year we're exhibiting, in fact we announced it at this show, Acuity Glass, which is a low iron glass that eliminates the green for vision and spandrel glazings. It doesn't quite have the same extreme purity of Starfire, but it's much more affordable than Starfire. So we know from talking to architects that Starfire suffered value engineering on large commercial projects, but you can see even with the Solar Band 60 coating, it still does eliminate a lot of the green and delivers the kind of crisp views and aesthetics that architects are looking for. It also it gives much truer color rendering for spandrel glass. So that's primarily where we're looking, is vision and spandrel glass, but it can come with the entire range of solar band coating, so there's no sacrifice of performance. In addition to Acuity Glass, we also have the several weeks of production under our belts of the new jumbo coater, the largest in North America at the time. And in the carpet we have the display dimension that shows just the relative difference of size. The new modern coater allows us to do more product development, to do more advanced coatings than ever before.
With Hurricane Florence bearing down on the Carolinas, we know that many of our viewers are concerned with the effects of a large storm like this. We asked suppliers about the potential impact.
The disasters like hurricanes, first of all, the first concern is plants that are in the critical path of the hurricane and what flooding will do potentially to glass production. And whether there are plants or anybody's plants, nobody wants to see people get hurt, nobody wants to see production get taken out. But the other thing is the disruption to the supply chain. You know, we're already working with our trucking and our logistics providers to try to have plans in place for the potential eventuality that we know there's going to be parts of the country that are going to be hard to reach.
And I think labor is probably going to be one of the biggest issues the industry is going to have to figure out how to deal with, because there just are not enough people in the trades right now to deal with all the construction that's going on across the country as it is, and getting the crews into that area to deal with the ramifications of the hurricane is probably going to be the biggest obstacle.
So Drew, what did you think of your first day at the show?
Well, Ellen, it's a lot like I remember it, big, and I cannot think of anywhere better to get back into the groove for glass.
That is so true.
We'll be bringing you more coverage from the show all this week, so be sure and look to DWMmag.com and USGlassMag.com for more updates.
You can also follow us on social media, and if you're here in Las Vegas, be sure and stop by and see us in booth 408. I'm Ellen Rogers.
And I'm Drew Vass. Thanks for watching.